the day my pastor caught his wife and assistant pastor in the act. If your pastor can't trust his own wife, who should? If the man of God steps out for a crusade, and another man mounts his altar, not the pulpit or the altar of his own bed, how do you pray that one away? What would you do if you caught your wife, the first lady of your church, with the man you anointed and raised as your spiritual son? Would you shout? Would you collapse? Or would you do what Pastor Elisha did, because what he did next turned his private heartbreak into a scandal that shook the church and made headlines for weeks? This is the true story of how a pastor lost his home, his ministry, and his name all in one night. Pastor Elisha Obiora was the kind of man who didn't just preach holiness, he lived it. For over 18 years, he built Fire Rain Ministries International from the ground up. From a small classroom fellowship in Ikorodu to a multi-thousand-seater mega auditorium in Lekki. He fasted. He prayed. He was loved. He was respected. His sermons could melt hearts. His voice alone commanded silence. And every member, from elders to teenagers, saw him as the father of the faith. But at home, he had one treasure more sacred than his Bible, his wife, Maria. Maria Obiora, beautiful, elegant, and heavily admired in women's fellowship. She was the perfect first lady. Women copied her style, her words, even her prayers. She was grace in motion. Together, they looked like God's perfect couple. Until a man called Pastor Daimeji entered the picture. Pastor Daimeji was everything Fire Rain's youth craved. Sharp suits, deep voice, good grammar, and, allegedly, deep in the spirit. He was invited once to minister during a youth revival. By the following month, Pastor Elisha made him assistant pastor. At first, everything seemed fine. But Elisha started to notice small things. Maria, who never used to miss Bible studies, started asking Daimeji to lead the meetings in her husband's absence. She started laughing too long at Daimeji's jokes, whispering to him after service, defending him during leadership meetings. But the one that made Elisha's spirit uncomfortable, Daimeji started calling her Mommy Maria. Not Mommy Gio. Not First Lady. Not Mo. Just Mommy Maria. With a familiarity that felt wrong. Elisha prayed. But something didn't feel right. Elisha began noticing things he couldn't ignore. Maria started locking her phone. She no longer joined him in morning devotions. She stopped attending couples retreat events.